Hey, let me ask you something. You know that guy, maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's a coworker, who's driving a beat-up Camry or an F-150 with 400,000 miles on it, and the thing just runs. No major engine work, no transmission replacement, just runs. And you're sitting there thinking, how? How does that happen when your car needed a $3,000 repair at 90,000 miles? I'm going to answer that today, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to look at how you treat your car completely differently, because hitting 500,000 miles isn't luck. It's a system, and once you understand the system, you can do it too. Welcome back to Infinite Garage. Let's get into it. All right, first thing, and I mean the very first thing, is oil. I know. You've heard it a million times, but stick with me, because most people are still getting this wrong in a way that's quietly destroying their engine. The myth is, change your oil every 3,000 miles. Dealerships used to put those little stickers on your windshield and everyone just believed it. The truth? Most modern cars with full synthetic oil can go 7,500 to 10,000 miles between changes. But here's the flip side. If you're driving a lot of short trips, city stop and go, or you're in extreme heat or cold, your oil breaks down faster than that interval assumes. The real answer is, check your owner's manual and pay attention to your driving habits. The drivers hitting 500,000 miles, they don't skip oil changes. They don't push it an extra 2,000 miles because they're busy. They treat that oil change like a non-negotiable appointment. Because here's the thing, an engine replacement can run you $5,000 to $10,000. An oil change is $50 to $80. That math is not complicated. And while you're under that hood, which you should be doing every time, by the way, just a 5-minute visual inspection, check your coolant level, check your brake fluid, check your power steering fluid if your car has it. This stuff takes 3 minutes and it tells you everything about what's going on inside your car before it becomes a problem. Now let's talk about tires, because this is one that catches people completely off guard. Tires aren't just about grip and safety, although obviously, yes, they're absolutely about that. They're also about what's happening to your suspension, your alignment, and your drivetrain. When your tires are worn unevenly or when they're running at the wrong pressure, every mile you drive is sending stress into your wheel bearings, your tie rods, your CV joints. You're not just wearing out a $150 tire, you're slowly grinding down $800 in suspension parts. The rule is simple. Rotate your tires every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. Check your tire pressure once a month. Takes about 2 minutes with a $10 gauge from any auto parts store. And get an alignment check once a year or anytime you hit a seriously bad pothole. Seriously. After you crater one of those Chicago or Detroit potholes that looks like a sinkhole, go get your alignment checked. Do not just drive on and hope for the best. The long-haul drivers, the guys and gals with the high-mileage cars, treat their tires like a system, because they are. Here's something most people never think about until it's too late. Your cooling system. Your engine runs at temperatures around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. The cooling system is the only thing standing between your engine and a meltdown, literally. And coolant degrades. It loses its ability to prevent corrosion and regulate temperature over time. Most manufacturers recommend flushing your coolant every 30,000 miles or every 5 years, but a lot of people go 100,000 miles on the original coolant and wonder why their water pump failed. A cooling system flush is not an expensive service. But a warped cylinder head from an overheated engine? That's a repair that'll make you want to cry in a parking lot. I've seen it happen. Don't let it happen to you. While you're thinking about the cooling system, also keep an eye on your belts and hoses. Your serpentine belt drives your alternator, your power steering pump, and your AC compressor. If it snaps on the highway, you're stranded. These should be inspected around 60,000 miles and replaced by 90,000 to 100,000. Same with your radiator hoses. Squeeze them when the engine is cold. If they feel hard and brittle or soft and squishy like they have no structure, they need to come off. Let's talk about transmission for a second, because this is the one that separates the 100,000-mile car from the 500,000-mile car. Automatic transmission fluid is the most neglected fluid in American car ownership. Most people never change it until something goes wrong. And by then, you're often looking at a $2,500 to $4,000 rebuild. Here's the frustrating part. Some manufacturers actually say lifetime fluid, meaning you technically never need to change it. That's marketing language. Lifetime means the lifetime of the warranty, not the lifetime of your car. If you want your transmission to survive past 150,000 miles, change that fluid every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. Use the correct fluid spec for your vehicle. This is important. Don't just grab whatever's on the shelf, and your transmission will last as long as your engine. Now here's the one that doesn't get enough credit. Driving habits. You can do everything right under the hood and still beat up your car if you're driving it hard in ways that cause premature wear. Hard acceleration from a cold start, that's one of the worst things you can do. When your engine is cold, the oil hasn't fully circulated and the metal components haven't expanded to their proper tolerances. Give your car 60 to 90 seconds before you drive away in the morning. You don't have to sit there for 5 minutes like it's 1,985. Just don't floor it the second you turn the key. Braking late and hard is another one. Not only does it wear down your brake pads faster, it also puts unnecessary heat stress into your rotors. Anticipate traffic. Brake early and smoothly. Your brake pads will last twice as long. And if you drive a truck or an SUV, towing and hauling within your vehicle's rated capacity, exceeding those limits isn't just hard on your engine, it stresses your transmission, your frame, and your cooling system simultaneously. The rating on the door sticker exists for a reason. The last thing I want to leave you with is this. The people who drive their cars to 500,000 miles share one mindset that separates them from everyone else. They treat maintenance as an investment, not an expense. Every $80 oil change is protecting a $10,000 engine. Every $200 tire rotation is protecting a $1,000 suspension. Every $150 transmission service is protecting a $3,500 gearbox. When you frame it that way, maintenance stops feeling like an annoying cost and starts feeling like the smartest financial decision you make with your vehicle. You don't need to be a mechanic. You don't need a lift in your garage. You just need a schedule, a little discipline, and the willingness to stay ahead of problems instead of reacting to them. That Camry with 400,000 miles, that F150 that just keeps running, that can be your car. It starts with what you do this week. If this video gave you something useful, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who care about their cars.